From the Allen Samuels of Hearn Sports Center, it's Fox 44 Sports with Matt Roberts.
Hey there and good evening to you. Well, the Baylor football team might be the most visible and popular team on campus, playing in the most popular sport in the country. With that exposure comes responsibility. Bears will be using that exposure for good next week when they participate in the Lift for Life, where they will raise money to benefit those with rare diseases by getting pledges for lifting weights. Jeremy Scott, with the Baylor football team, was at Penn State when Lift for Life got started. He's proud to see his guys using their platform to serve the greater good.
Well, I think sometimes, especially the younger guys, don't realize the kind of platform that they have. And for them to kind of go after this and realize how many people follow them on Twitter and are really involved, and how many people love Baylor football. And as we go along here, we're able to utilize that platform to help raise money. And I think it'll be great for them later on in life to understand what kind of platform they have and the good that they can do.
The event will be next Wednesday, July 25th. You can donate a flat amount or per rep by going to pledgeit.org/BaylorLift. That link is also on our website, centexproud.com. Former Baylor quarterback Jarrett Stidham continues to author one of the more interesting stories that we've seen recently in college football, going from Baylor to sitting out a season here in Waco and now one of a handful of Heisman favorites as he prepares to quarterback the Auburn Tigers. But the truth is, Stidham really didn't want to go all the way to the plains of Auburn. At first, the Stephenville native was hoping to stay close to friends and family in Central Texas, but was never really given that chance by former Texas A&M head coach Kevin Sumlin.
Honestly, Coach Sumlin, he didn't recruit me too hard. I probably tried to recruit myself to A&M a little bit harder, just because it was in state, it was right down the road from where I was. I had some family go to A&M before, so I mean, ideally, A&M was a close spot. I could see my family kind of whenever I wanted and that kind of thing. But, at the end of the day, I honestly kind of knew from the get-go that I was probably going to end up at Auburn.
Stidham later said Auburn's 42-27 win over A&M last year was very satisfying. Now, Stidham originally committed to Texas Tech and Cliff Kingsbury before flipping to Baylor. Kingsbury would probably really enjoy having Stidham right now as a quarterback. It would at least make his decision easier, as QB remains one of the biggest questions for the Red Raiders in 2018 as we continue our look behind enemy lines. Former Texas Tech quarterback Cliff Kingsbury enters his 6th season at the helm of his alma mater, coaching 3 quarterbacks that are now cashing an NFL paycheck. And if he wants to stick around for a 7th season, he'll need to work his QB magic once again.
It's the first time in a while that I've gone into a fall camp not really knowing who it's going to be. And so for me, coaching the quarterbacks, working with the quarterbacks, it's exciting, it's a challenge.
McLean Carter comes in as the only quarterback with starting experience on the roster, starting the season finale against Texas last year. Jet Duffy and Alan Bowman will also figure into the quarterback competition, but the QB will have just one returning starter to throw to at wide receiver. That's sophomore TJ Vasher.
Yeah, we lost quite a few playmakers that have been really good players for us at wideout, but have some young guys that have really been waiting in the wing.
In a turn of events, the Red Raiders have to feel pretty good about their defense entering 2018 as defensive coordinator David Gibbs enters his 4th year, coming off a season where he transformed his unit to lead the Big 12 in turnovers with 29.
Coach Gibbs took the job 4 years ago. He kind of had to redo it all, and he had a vision, knew what he wanted to do, but had to go through 2 really tough years. To his credit, stuck to his guns with his philosophy, his recruiting, and now, we're making some strides on that side of the football.
A tough schedule leaves Kingsbury and company plenty of work to do, and their season will hinge on finding the right guy behind center.
We're fired up to see who kind of steps up during the competition and separates himself.
Texas Tech and Baylor clash in Arlington on November 24th at AT&T Stadium. We'll be right back after the break.